The Waitresses, Christmas wrapping on BBC Radio Manchester. Right next to where we are stood today are the team from Hearing Dogs, who are doing a valiant job today wrapping people's Christmas present, getting donations. You just heard about that before the news at 10 o'clock. Oh, two ladies have just got in the lift. They are about to be propelled up to the second floor. Goodbye. There they go. Oh, having a lovely time there. We're here with you between now and midday. We are live from the Into Trafford Centre. If you're popping along to say hello, we'd love to see you today. We are just outside Selfridges. We're under the giant dome. This place is starting to get really busy, as you can imagine. And I did mention at the start of the programme, it is beautifully decorated, which brings us nicely on to Faye Butterworth. Faye is the founder of Butterworth Interiors. They are based in Cheadle. They, as you can imagine, are a bespoke, innovative, individual interior designers. There's a mouthful for you. Good morning, Faye.
Good morning, Phil. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Do you judge everywhere that you go? So when you come in here today, do you look around and think, oh, okay, that's quite nice, or do you get inspiration?
I do look for inspiration. You can get it anywhere, not just in sort of areas like this that have already been dressed, because I do have a very bad habit, though, when I go into hotel rooms, I move things around because they're in wrong places.
Oh, do you? I love that.
It drives my husband crackers, but you can just look around and find inspiration in the most strangest of places at times. So, I do like to have a good nose, see what people are up to.
It's funny this time of year, isn't it? Because obviously everybody at the moment is talking about Christmas shopping. Then you've got the whole Christmas dinner. And then I would have thought the new year is great for, an area like yours, because everybody's thinking, right, what can we do to this place to brighten it up a bit? Yeah,
because I think once all the decorations come down, you feel sort of you've been robbed in one sense, because the house seems very empty. People then do look to want to do something to their interiors. So, revamping a room. I think one of the big key things for next year as well is declutter. That doesn't invoke a calm space. So when you're looking to do a new room, the best thing to do is box everything up, take it out of the room, and then before you bring anything back in, just really think about, has that got a place in this room or not? So I do like next year, January is great because people do want to start looking at what can we do to brighten the place out, what's new coming out this year, things like that, so it'll be quite exciting.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously the new year, there is always that lack of money. Everybody is on a budget, and when you look at a room, I suppose instantly the first thing you think is, well, do we need to replace the sofa? Do we need to redecorate? Are there other ways of actually zhuzhing up a room rather than go for the more expensive items?
Absolutely. I'm a big key factor in the things. Look at what you've got around you. You can always upcycle furniture. Our company do a lot of hand-painted furniture as well. So, okay, it might not be. You might have something that was sort of last year, 10 years ago's fashion. But if the piece of furniture works, there's no reason why you can't upcycle that. And it's a key factor. You will be surprised at what you'll find around your house, moving things around, adding some accent cushions with the new colour schemes, just a few vases, candles, a new picture. You don't have to spend a lot of money, which I think people always seem to think, oh, well, I've got this sofa, it cost me a lot, it doesn't go, what can I do? There's always ways around it. So that's a nice challenge for me. I love doing stuff like that.
How much for you is it down to trends, and how much is it down to individual tastes?
I always have a big key thing that I say in my company. I work a bit different from interior designers because I'm always in touch with what's going on, the latest fashions, but at the end of the day, especially for residential clients, it's their home, so they have to be comfortable with it, and they may not like what's going on in the next year's fashion or what's here and now. So I always try and tailor every design to the client. I will push them out of their boundaries somewhat, but at the end of the day, they have to live there and I walk away, so it has to be right for them.
So I showed you my front room a little bit earlier just to get a few ideas. And what I loved about this is that you noticed a painting which is on the wall. This is a place called Rossniger, which is in Anglesey, which we always go to, one of our favourite places. And it's a picture basically of the scenery, so you can see the sea, you can see the sky, and so on and so forth. And the first thing that you said, if I was to introduce new colour to the room, is to look at that picture and actually look at the blues.
Absolutely. We do that a lot with clients because pictures can be very personal to people. So I try to find something around. If you've got your lounge, it's gorgeous. It's very monochromatic though, so you don't have a lot of colour. Everything's on the grey scale. So add in a little bit, but by using something that's personal to you in the room and noticing something like your pictures, you've got that lovely blue and the sage green in there, a couple of cushions on the sofa, it will change the room completely. So always look at what you've actually got. People seem to don't look or notice what they have because it's been on the wall for so long. But if you do that, you can actually pull things out of it and actually just change your room at very minimal cost, really.
Yeah, it's interesting because you mentioned monochromatic there. The Dalmatian was walking past at the time. He doesn't help. He's not very colourful.
He's gorgeous, though. You should go with a nice Dalmatian wallpaper on the wall for him.
I like that idea. Blends into the background. Absolutely. Yeah, it could be like, a sort of dog that's never seen. That would be handy.
Oh, that would be gorgeous. You can get a nice little throw or something and a nice spotty throw for him.
I like that. Let's talk about here today, because obviously people are always looking for inspiration and ideas and gift ideas and so on. You've chosen 4 for us.
I have. I thought I'd have a little nose, see what was going on, some different budgets, what people can pop to the Trafford Centre to have a look at. First thing I found I thought was absolutely fantastic for the kids. We all love Elf on the Shelf. So at the Works, they're selling a lovely little Elf on the Shelf drinking water bottle, which is only £3. Fantastic stocking filler, but adults like this as well, so it can be a nice little gift, a little jokey gift. Second thing I found over in Debenhams, there's lots of nice alcohol and gin bottle gift sets. They do a lovely raspberry gin with a hibiscus tonic water.
Ooh.
Which personally I have tried and is fantastic. That's really lovely for a special lady or a man in your life, whatever. Ted Baker have got a gorgeous new leather wallet out at the moment. It's olive green and it's the exotic print coin wallet. That's absolutely stunning for a man's gift. Beautiful, very different as well because the colour of the leather is beautiful. That's £41. And the last thing is the John Lewis have just had partnership with Linnales, which is a nail company in Northenden. They've got a pop-up shop there, so all us ladies and everybody that's been wrapping presents, writing cards, ruining our hands throughout the Christmas period, go and treat yourself. Nip down to the Trafford Centre, spend an hour, go and have some really lovely Christmassy nails done for yourself.
Can I just say, if the other half is listening, I love that wallet. It's a beautiful colour, isn't it?
It is lovely.
You know, us men, we're very conventional, aren't we? It's either black or grey.
Or brown.
Yeah.
You know, which does bring us on to, actually, we are doing a bit of a throwback for next year's season. So all next year's colours are going to be things like bold terracottas, burnt orange, ochre, gorgeous buttery tan tones. So we are going quite back to browns and oranges next year. So it's a bit of a throwback. Fabrics next year are going to be velvet. Velvet's going to be huge, so look out for that. Black is back as well, so we're going to see a lot of black wallpapers, even black sinks, black furniture. So there's lots of things to play with next year. So it will feel a little bit 70s, 80s coming back, but done in a very chic and sophisticated way. So I'm quite excited about next year's trends. That'll look good.
Look forward to it. And just one final tip, and I love this, with regards to the baubles that you've got hanging from the light decorations, if you want to zhuzh things up on Christmas Day.
Yeah, see, a lot of people seem to think, you know, dressing a table I think is very important at Christmas, so that can be really lovely. But one thing we always overlook, a lot of people will have like a chandelier or maybe a 5-arm light overhanging their dining table. So what's a really cool idea is to get some baubles on some ribbons, tie them underneath the chandelier, you've got an instant table dressing. And you've probably got baubles left over hanging around, so just get creative, just pick some things up and zhuzh it up for the Christmas dinner.
Love idea, I'd never think of that. Just one final word, let's just talk about somebody who's doing a brilliant job for charity this year.
We worked with Jane Lewis Healthcare. They've done an amazing job this year for the Countess of Chester Hospital. They've dressed all of the children's ward with the Grinch-themed Christmas, which has just been beautiful, to be honest. We've donated lots of decorations for them to help that. They've also collected over 100 gifts and wrapped them all for the children. So that was a big round of applause to them for what they've done for that this year.
Faye, lovely to see you as always. Have a lovely Christmas. If people want details of how they can get hold of you.
Yeah, we've got a brand new website being launched in January. It's going to have an online shop, so you can come and purchase all of your fabrics, wall coverings, everything direct from us. We'll be doing a lot of blogging on there in regards to inspirational tips, ideas, what you can do. People can ask us questions. So we worked very hard on that this year, so that'll be launched at the end of January, so we're quite excited about that.
Good luck with it. Have a lovely Christmas. 18 minutes past 10 the time on BBC Radio Manchester.